Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you to the Franklin County Prevention Coalition, Franklin County Health Council monthly meeting. Welcome to everyone that's joining us via Zoom this afternoon. Melanie, how many people would you say that were joining us?
11 are on Zoom.
All right, so 11 on Zoom, and we have a pretty good crowd in here, so this is good. So on the table in front of you is your packet for the meeting, and we do have the minutes in there. And I'm thinking, Melanie, that you all sent out the minutes as well. So for those of you who are on Zoom, you have those minutes emailed to you. So if you haven't had time to take a look at those, if we could do that at this time, and then we can get our motion to approve those minutes, please.
I make a motion to approve them.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve and a second. So at this time, if we could have the Health Council update, Jeff, are you going to give that?
Yes.
Okay.
Sophia is out for tonsillectomy, so she's having a serious sore throat and wouldn't be able to talk if she was here. Hopefully she'll be feeling better soon. So it's international.
Hold on one moment. Can you check online if they can hear okay?
I just asked.
You may have to step up a lot closer.
I can hear you guys.
Yes.
Fine.
Thank you.
So step up around here.
Yeah, it's closer to the mic so that they can hear clearly.
Okay, so International Overdose Awareness Day is August 31st, and we all know the importance of that for Prevention Coalition. Back to School Bash went really well. Thanks to everybody who volunteered. It served 573 students and 203 parents. So a big event. COVID-19 testing is Monday through Thursday. A nurse test 8:30 to 10:30 and 12:30 to 3:30. On Friday, if you're over 18, which we all are, except for Anna Catherine, you can have the self-test. The vaccine is now available to all people 12 years old and older. To schedule your vaccine, you just go to https://vaccinate.tn.gov/ and you can schedule it. At Franklin County Health Department, the Moderna vaccine is available Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 to 10:30, 12:30 to 3:30, Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 to 10:30. And Pfizer vaccine is available Tuesday and Thursday, 12:30 to 3:30. And general COVID information is at https://covid19.tn.gov/. So to get your information, especially now that schools. Okay, I'll come back. Well, I'm next, Franklin County Health Department. Okay, so Franklin County Health Department is the spotlight for this month. And Haley, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Haley Colvin, and I've actually worked at the Franklin County Health Department for 13 years. I was the dietitian there, and I am now the county health department director.
Okay, and Haley is director of Franklin, Grundy, and Marion County Health Departments. And on your table, you have a brochure about the Franklin County Health Department. It's located, what is your address? 266 Joyce Lane. So there's the WIC program that provides supplemental foods for pregnant women and their children up to age 5. Most people don't realize it goes up to age 5, and that's a really important benefit to get, up to kindergarten age. There's the breast and cervical cancer program for women who meet the income and insurance guidelines. You can get breast mammograms, and you can get the cervical pap test. We have the infectious disease control program, which certainly that includes COVID and a lot of other reportable diseases. STD testing, the Baby and Me tobacco-free program offers incentives to women who are pregnant and quit smoking. You can get up to a $25 diaper voucher every month for a year if you quit smoking while you're pregnant. Of course, we offer immunizations, family planning, paternity acknowledgement. The CHANT program, Community Health Access and Navigation in Tennessee, offers home visiting and also services to just help people find their way to resources for their children. We are, of course, offer birth and death certificates, the health promotion program, which is Sophia, nutrition education, and coming up time for flu shots, so we will be having those. Any idea when that will be available?
No, well, we're doing the Fight Flu Tennessee Day in November, but flu shots, information about that will be forthcoming as to when we're doing regularly with the health department. We haven't decided either time.
It'll be fairly soon. We do the early periodic screening and diagnosis and treatment exams for children up to, I believe, age 21. So a thorough exam takes at least an hour. Breastfeeding counseling, and even if you don't ever go to the health department, you benefit from their services because we do restaurant and swimming pool inspections. So somebody from our department inspected the restaurant where you got your food today. So that's basically your overview of the health department. Any questions about it or anything? Okay, hopefully you'll come get your flu shot.
All right, thank you, Beth. Okay, Jesse, are you doing the Franklin County Prevention Coalition update?
Yep, okay, so, in person, you guys have our newsletter. Online, it was emailed. You can also find it on our website. I'm not gonna go through it. We spend a lot of time going through, talking about everything that we've done through the month with all of our programs. Y'all, the coalition has blown up and grown. So we've got, our deck program, we've got our bridge program, we've got going out to the rain, we've got our youth ambassadors, we got the ropes, we got Lifeline, and then regular primary prevention. So it's a lot of what we've done in the past 2 months and what our plan is for the future. Our update on the Thrive Conference is in here, so please just stop, read it. If you have any questions about what we're doing, or if you want to get on board, give us a call. I do want, and I didn't put this in the agenda, I'm just throwing this out there. I do want to have an open invitation to a planning committee. We lost another young man in this community last week. And this young man was a good young man. He did die of an overdose, but he wasn't what you think of, a young partying kid who is stuck in addiction that's gonna die of an overdose. That was not this child. And we lost him anyway. And he's the last one we're gonna lose. We have lost way too many young people. We're losing them between the ages of 18 and 24. And they're just starting off. Prevention, for youth prevention, which is my primary job, goes up to, that 18 to 24 age is a group that we need to reach. We have money to reach them. I can put programs into place, but it's not an age group that we've been able to successfully reach. And it's becoming more and more apparent every day that we need to do some primary prevention, some education, some programming, something, so that our young people quit dying. Yeah, these are our leaders of the future. We need to catch them now, and I need help creating that safety net. We are having a meeting on Thursday at 5 o'clock. That's this Thursday at 5 o'clock. We're gonna meet at Journey Church. And I've got a couple people already gonna come, but I need you. Our youth needs you. I need your expertise, I need your experience, and I need your ideas. This is not something that I'm gonna be able to fix in this community just because I walk out into it. This is something that's gonna take us all to work together. This is a problem. This is a very real problem. We are losing young people to overdose. And it can be the first time they ever try something. It's not what you think of as someone that's gonna die of an overdose. The stuff doesn't discriminate. So I need some people that are willing to put some work in and to think about what can we do. We have to get outside the box because the box isn't working. And, he's gonna be the last one to lose. So again, that is Thursday, 5 o'clock at Journey Church. And please, read our newsletter. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Josie. I certainly agree. I saw that, we lost that young man who had a child himself. Very difficult. Now we have a child without a dad. Before we get into the new business, if we could go around the room, and introduce ourselves. Apologize, for that, not doing that on the forefront, but, Jesse, we'll start with your table.
Hi, I'm Josie, the Director of Prevention Coalition.
I'm Pat Ravenstein, and I represent 3 different areas: Winchester First, United Methodist Church, Wings of Hope, Widows Ministry, and then the Franklin County Rural Reentry Program. So I wear several hats.
I'm Tina Stevens, I'm the Director of Franklin County Library.
With the Franklin County Library, and I'm also the Director of the Salvation Army in Franklin County.
I am Mandy Easterly, health educator for Step Chattanooga, and I have Bledsoe, Sequatchie, Marion, Franklin, and Grundy County.
I'm Tabitha Curtis, and I am the statewide coordinator for the Tennessee Alliance for Drug Endangered Children, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
I'm Haley Holden, I'm the department director for Franklin, Grundy, and Marion.
That's Delaney, Health Promotion Director for Southeast Region.
Michelle Perkins, I'm case manager and instructor for Franklin County Reentry Program located at our jail.
Leslie Johnson, from Franklin County Reentry, case manager. I work with, both Michelle and Pat over there at the jail.
I'm Matt Brown, I'm one of the ropes for Region 5 South. I'm Dustin in this part. Dustin. And Rose is Regional Overdose Prevention Specialist.
I'm Alana Morrow, and I'm a youth ambassador here at the Coalition.
I'm Cindy Smith, I represent the Ken Family Resource Center.
I'm Paula Rhodes, I'm the coordinator for the Bridge Program. Okay, Melanie?
I'm Melanie Morrow, and I am the youth coordinator for the Franklin County Prevention Coalition.
Oh, hold on, that just sparked something. Paula is also the coordinator for our SOR prevention. So we have a new grant, funds, and we haven't put this in the newsletter yet, but we now have prevention money for stimulants and opioids. So we've had opioid prevention money, but how long has it been since we've had stimulant prevention money?
Long time.
Like, I've never had, I don't even know what to do with it. Because stimulants isn't something that I've been able to spend money on, so it's not something I've, been able to train and research with. So we are super excited. Paul's gonna head that, and, we get to have some prevention on stimulants. So that's super exciting.
Okay, monthly spotlight is the Franklin County Health Department.
And I messed up and already did that.
That's okay. Great partner for the coalition since the inception of the coalition 14 years ago. So
We do a lot, of partnering with the health department, every month. Anything tobacco related, Sophia and I are doing it together. Anytime we're getting into the schools, we're calling each other. I mean, it's just, we're more I mean, partners is a good word for it, so it's been a fun, it's been a great blessing.
And I know that, the Franklin County Prevention Coalition and Franklin County Health Council was the first in the state to combine our meetings and has been used as a model throughout other counties just because of, the importance of not duplicating meetings and having, multiple meetings and people reporting out multiple times. But it also helps in making sure that you have good attendance at those meetings as well. And it's all working together. Emily, connecting kids to coverage.
She is not online.
Okay. All right. Beth, you want to talk about the Franklin County Health Department? I'm so glad you're such a good partner. Can you talk about the Franklin County Health Department community assessment?
Beth Delaney hour, sorry. So, okay.
I'm just gonna give you something like your paperwork.
Yes, you have your blue forms, well, if you're, take a look at those. The Tennessee Department of Health has started the county health assessment process. We started it in 2019 and we're making progress, and then 2020 hits. But we do hope to get all 89 of the rural counties in Tennessee through the county health assessment process. And the Health Council and the Prevention Coalition will get this package of 27 indicators with the most recent county data that we can find, and as well as trends, and we would also compare it to the rest of Tennessee and the US. And the data package is based on the 12 vital signs. And you can, on your handout, you can see the vital signs on the back of it. Now, why vital signs? Now, you may have had a presentation from Sophia on the University of Wisconsin County Health Rankings. And county health rankings are good, and they give us good information, but rankings are sometimes a little bit on the subjective side. Maybe you've gone up 5 categories and improved by 5 because everybody else got really unhealthy. So the Department of Health decided what they were going to do is take a look at a different way of this. They were going to look at some data sets and just look at where are we really? How healthy are we in these areas? Are we doing okay or aren't we? So that gives an objective answer to look at those vital signs. Now, taking a look at the vital signs, you might ask yourself, what does this have to do with Prevention Coalition and Health Council? For instance, 3rd grade reading level. You think, we're not the library club. How does that work? Well, if you think about it, one example is that 3/4 of students who were not reading well by the end of 3rd grade will not be reading well in high school and in their coming years. And students who don't achieve literacy and learn to read well are much more likely to have behavioral and social problems later on in school. The ability to graduate from high school can be predicted fairly accurately from your ability to read at the end of 3rd grade. So you can see where we are right now. I think about 25% of Tennessee's children are reading at their grade level. So that's a serious problem. So a person who isn't a modestly skilled reader by the end of 3rd grade is unlikely to graduate from high school. If you don't graduate from high school, you are much more likely to have preteen alcohol use, and alcohol use leading to other types of drug uses. So when the Franklin County Health Council Prevention Coalition does a county health assessment, we're going to take a look at the deep root causes of using drugs and alcohol. Because if we take a look at those deep root causes and where we are and how we're doing, then we can take a holistic approach to solving our problems. Hopefully we'll get more people involved. If we're going to improve 3rd grade reading level, we certainly want the library involved, and schools and parents and lots of things. So it'll be a holistic approach. The steps in a county health assessment, first, we identify and engage our stakeholders. So we will look at who else needs to be involved. Now, unfortunately, our department has been called back into COVID response, and we have to go online for next month. We're hoping that the Delta variant ends soon, and maybe we can start the county health assessment in October. That's our hope, and if not, maybe November. So we'll see.
Can you talk about, what our meetings are gonna look like when we start this assessment?
Yes. When we start the assessment, you'll get a big data package with all kinds, with 27 different things that you can look at to see how healthy your county's doing and how well it's doing. And then we will also think about other data that we might want to have. Maybe there's other questions we have. I've asked, for instance, can we find out about vaping? Because the youth behavior risk survey mainly covers cigarette use. But we also want to know about vaping because that's even more popular among young people. To do that, we may have to do some kind of focus group and get our own little data. So we will first look at that data package and then think about the other data we need to have and ways that we can get it. And then after we have analyzed all of that and taken a look at it, and this is a 6-month process, then we'll prioritize what is most important, what do we need to start working on next, our first. And we'll make our county health assessment results open to the public and let them know what we've decided are our priorities and what we want to address. One, just to create awareness, and two, hopefully to get even more people involved. Because you need a lot of people to accomplish the things you want to do. And then we'll select vital sign actions. How are we going to, whatever we pick to improve, how are we going to do that? What are we going to work on? And then we'll evaluate that process and keep evaluating it to just continually improve. So that is kind of how our process will go, and it's 6 months. At the end of 6 months, we don't just say, oh, we're done. We just keep working on those issues and we take a look at it from time to time. And are we going in the right direction? So any other questions or comments about county health assessment?
Will most of this be done in work groups outside of the meeting, or is this something that we can spend meeting time on, during our coalition and health council meeting?
Most of it will spend meeting time on. Now, if we decide to get other data, then we'll need to do that away from the meeting. And also, once we get in our groups to work on different issues, that'll be done away from just like anything, like our back to school bash or any other activities.
You mentioned that you were going to publicize the results to the community. How will the community, through newspaper, or how will this come out?
Newspaper, hopefully the Prevention Coalition's social media, since health departments can't have social media. Mainly those areas. Any other questions?
Anything online?
Do you already have any data for any of these?
Our central office is putting it all together.
How quick will you have the results? Did you say that? And I just didn't hear you.
Well, it depends on if we want to get other data. For instance, let's say we do a focus group for teens and ask them what they know about vaping. That'll add extra time to it, but you'll also get more information. And you'll find out what's going on locally.
Which is a great benefit for all, especially in the process of grant writing. And I know like Hunland area, when they were trying to get their Blue Cross Blue Shield grant for Hunland, that was really important.
Yes,
To have that information, especially on the access to parks and greenway.
yes. When you think about the information and what it can be used for, it's great for grant writing. It's really good for that. Very helpful. So let's just all be hoping and praying that the Delta variant goes away soon and we can all get back together and do this. We're hoping for October, so hopefully that'll work out. All right, then, thanks. And I'll try not to talk anymore.
That's why you're spotlighted this month. Okay, did Emily ever come on?
I have an idea. You want Dustin to talk about his event?
Yes. Dustin? Can you talk about your upcoming event?
Oh, yeah. If y'all pull out that flyer right there, here we go. So, I work here at the Prevention Coalition as a roach, but I also work with the Franklin County Faith-Based Recovery Coalition. And we're putting together monthly events where every month we're gonna have a different event going on. And what we're trying to do is we want to partner with different churches every month when we're doing this, because we are a faith-based coalition. So this month, we're partnering with the church that I go to, Journey Community Church, and we're going to do the opioid informational and overdose reversal training there at the church on August 26th, which is next Thursday at 6 p.m. We're going to be doing it live in person at the church, and also going to be broadcasting it because every Thursday at 6 we do a virtual training too. So we kill two birds with one stone that night. We're gonna do it live and in person at the church, and we're gonna do it virtually. That way, anyone who wants to come to the church, can come to church and do it. And then we don't have to split up in that and do two different trainings. We do it all one time there together. Yeah.
Justin, are you calling churches, or would you like churches to call you and say, our facility is open? If you want to, did I hear you say you plan on doing this on a monthly basis?
We're gonna be doing it on a monthly basis, and we, like I said, we want to do it at a different church every month because it is a faith-based recovery coalition. We include, all denominations in the faith community. And to be able to include all denominations in the faith community, we want to include all the churches. We have contacts at some of them, but some of them don't. So if it's someone that doesn't come to our coalition meetings regularly, or doesn't even know what the faith coalition is, please reach out to us, let us know, come to a coalition meeting. If you do come to coalition meetings, reach out. I think we reached out to Journey, and then Alan, I think, reached out to the Methodist church, but something was going on that night. They had a meeting or something, we weren't gonna be able to do it there. Church you go to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
AA meeting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was probably the.
And see, the idea with that was we thought it'd be a cool idea to have it, and that way, anybody from the meeting, then when after the AA and stuff happened, they come on and come to the meeting or something.
Yeah.
Well, we wasn't able to do it, but, if y'all on another month or something, I think next month we're doing QPR. I want to say, I believe next month we're doing QPR, but we hadn't found a location for it yet. So, y'all go to churches that would like to participate and host us, let us know.
What type of meeting room or setup do you have to have for the training?
Big enough to hold some people. I mean,
Just a sanctuary is fine?
Yeah, that's
Do you
fine.
need like a projector and screen or?
Well, we have projectors, we have screens, we'll do all that. If you have something that we can use there, we'll use your equipment too, but, if need be, we've got all the equipment.
Can you explain what QPR is?
Oh, QPR, it's question, persuade, refer. So that's Alan Burnett, and my mother, Tammy Nance, they do QPR here in the county and in surrounding counties, but it's a way to talk to individuals about suicide and how to persuade them out of it, or need to refer them to someone else.
It's a really good, awareness class to take too. So that's something that your organization wants to have and you weren't sure how to get, set up at we have trainers right here in our pocket, so we can get that scheduled.
So do you do a QPR and Narcan at the same time or are they
If you want
separate?
to do it that way, we can do it. Like, we're doing it separate this time. We're doing the Narcan training this month. Alan and Mom are gonna do the QPR training next month somewhere else. But we do the Narcan and QPR training together, if needed. You gotta have a lot of time if you wanna do that.
I was gonna ask, what is the time frame that you're looking
You're
at?
looking at about 2.5 hours doing them together. We can try to get it down to two hours, but that's pushing it.
Yeah, you don't want to rush this training.
Yeah, there's a lot of information. With QPR and the opioid information training, there is a lot of information that goes into it, so you want to be able to have enough time there to get all the information out of it. But it's worth it. It really is.
So QPR within itself is how long?
QPR within itself is 1 hour,
Okay, and then the Narcan.
and then Narcan is an hour and a half. If I do it, it's probably gonna take 2 hours. Matt does it, Matt can get it done in about an hour. He's pretty good at getting through it in an hour. But I'm long-winded, as you can tell, I like to sit, talk, and drag on stuff as much as possible.
You, having said that, when did you say the next QPR training was? I'm sorry.
It's gonna be next month. We haven't got the date and time down yet, or the location yet, but we know that we're doing it next month. We know who's gonna be doing it next month. And then we're gonna bring Jamie Harper in. He's gonna do some trainings also. He does a lot of different stuff. He's the faith-based coordinator for Middle Tennessee. I don't want to get his and Monty's title mixed up because
And he does building strong brains, addiction in the brain. He can also do QPR, mental health, first aid for youth, I think, which is a training that I'd like to get set up within the coalition. Can I get a show of hands who would be interested in mental health first aid for youth? Anyone online?
Not that I see.
Okay, is October a good time for that? We'd have to do it outside of coalition. We would have to do, because, mental health it's an 8-hour training. Or maybe it's 6 hours, probably 6 hours. So it is an all-day affair. We would probably have to. look
Can you
at it
speak up? They
Thursday.
can't hear you well.
So mental health, first aid for youth, I believe is a 6-hour, training. And we can get that set up, probably a Tuesday or a Thursday. And I'm thinking October for that. Are you still interested in that? Okay. All right, well, I will work towards getting that scheduled, and we'll get information out before next coalition meeting.
And Jamie can also help your congregation become a recovery certified congregation. So if that's something you're interested in becoming a recovery certified congregation, you can holler at Jamie, or you can get on TN.gov and look up Jamie Harper, and it'll direct you to a QR code. You can scan, and it'll take you to the application fill out and become recovery certified. And while I'm up here, if anybody wants to partner with us to host outreach or any type of training or anything like that, as far as just me and Matt go with our opioid information over this Versa training, please reach out to us, let us know. I guess there's a lot of unnecessary kids or unnecessary deaths with young people with kids because of stupid stuff, drugs. Simply. A lot of stigma associated with substance use disorders and even with our Narcan training, there's a lot of stigma. There's a comment on one of our state pages for our Narcan training that said, why do you want to help stupid addicts? Just so they can do it again. Stuff like that, that's got to stop, and people die together again.
Thank you, Justin. Okay, there's gonna be a back-to-school splash, August the 21st. Does anybody have any information on that, or? Oh, there it is. There's a flyer up on the screen. And Melanie, is this all the different people that are partnering on this?
This
or-
is hosted by the city of Winchester. They are putting it on at the Citizens Pavilion. They're gonna be doing a triathlon. casting and fishing, cornhole tournament, boat safety class, free water slides and blow up, a boat parade, and some concert music and food trucks. So,
And Dustin, you've already given your, information for your community NORCAN training. International Overdose Awareness Day is August the 31st. Recovery Walk, Alan Burnett on there, or?
you want to say anything about that?
Like the Recovery Walk, it says, join us for free food and entertainment, Recovery Walk and Recovery Celebration, September the 2nd, 5 to 8 at the Red Roof Pavilion.
Invite as many people as y'all can out to that.
Yeah, this is an annual thing that Alan does every year, celebrating people in recovery. You know, recovery is hard. And a lot of times when people go down that road, they're leaving behind their support system because their support system was toxic. So events like this help them see that the community is behind them, that we celebrate the rough road, because, I mean, long-term recovery is, you're still making that decision every day, and it can be difficult. So it's really important that we have community partners there to let people know that they're supported, and then also they get the word out so that people in recovery know that they can come and socialize and be with other people on that path. So please spread the word.
Okay. Business Expo, September the 2nd.
At the same night of the recovery walk, we're kind of gonna split sources, and me and Jesse's gonna be at the Business Expo.
Come see our booth, it's gonna be fun.
We are going to be showing the Hidden in Plain Sight booth, which is a youth bedroom set up with all kinds of paraphernalia and hiding spots. And so it's the public's job to come in and look at it and see if you notice the stuff that's in there that's wrong, that shouldn't be there, because a lot of it's gonna be where you just look at it and you're not gonna be able to tell it.
And this is something we did, we brought it out pre-COVID, and we went and did it at the schools, partner with Hall Furniture, who's partnering with us again. They bring out a bedroom suit and then we decorate it up. And it's not just showing like where your kids can hide it, but also some parents don't know what they're looking for. So we have some samples of some current products that are out there. So parents can see it and know what it is. And then also an awareness piece for some of the slang, some of the code words that are used. So it's an overall good, it's just a good class. So we haven't set up an expo so they can come through. We do not allow anyone under the age of 18 through it. I am not going to give any kids any ideas they don't already have. So it has to be in enclosed areas. So we'll have it all curtained off. So we're excited to be able to bring that up again for the first time.
I have another one that's not on your agenda.
Okay.
While you're pulling that up, the Business Expo, was it mentioned where that is?
Monterey.
Monterey.
It's at the pavilion.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Really?
But,
Yeah, yeah, it's at the pavilion this
the
year.
fairgrounds.
Okay, Mad Sam Walk is September the 11th from 12 to 4. And
Dustin, you have anything you want to share?
My mom didn't get to have, they didn't get to have the walk last year because of COVID, and mom decided to shut everything down with it. But this year, they just had their yard sale out at Camp Rain. That's the main fundraiser to be able to have the walk. So the walk will be September the 11th, 12 to 4. Everybody come out. If you have a name of a loved one or someone that has died by suicide and want their name on their shirt, on the Mad Sam shirt this year, please get in contact with my mom. Her number is 931-308-3371. Instead of saying my mom, I guess it's say Candy Bowles.
Can you give that again?
931 308-3371. Name is Sandy Bowles. If you have a name of a loved one that you want on the shirt, Madison Church this year, contact her, let her know, she'll get the name put on the shirt. If it's a friend or something, and you want their name on the shirt, she has to have approval from their family before she can put the name on the shirt, so she can get the approval if it's a friend, and she'll have to put on the shirt. I believe she's allowing people to come set up at it again this year. Pretty sure she is, booths and stuff, so, we'll have a, our Tennessee State Lot booth will be set up there. I think Allen's, Lifeline booth will be set up.
You don't be at the football field again.
It will be at the Red Roof Pavilion, that's what.
All right. Barbara, you want to talk about the Isaiah 117 golf tournament?
Yes, they are, looking for help in several different ways. So you can be a sponsor, there's different levels of sponsorship, and it's all very convenient. You can just go to their website and you can sign up to be a sponsor there. They're also looking for volunteers. They're looking for prizes, and then everybody can help just by, creating awareness and letting people know, because maybe you're not called to put a basket together for them or a door prize, but maybe you know somebody who is, or maybe you know a business that's looking for something to sponsor. So
Does anybody else have any upcoming events or announcements that they need to make? Anybody on? Okay, go ahead.
We, A Step Ahead has partnered with, I always mess it up, so I'm gonna get my flyer out so I say it all correctly. National Alliance of Mental Illness, and we are hosting a webinar on August 26th. So, you can register for that at Eventbrite if you are interested. I also have some flyers about A Step Ahead Chattanooga if anyone's interested in learning more about what we do. I think I'm presenting next month, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going into it and ruin all the surprises that I have. I also have some education flyers that are for youth education. If you want some of those, the other thing is, I want to go ahead and mention this now, because we are looking to do some pop-up events, hopefully in October. So you guys are a great resource for me, because you live here and you work here and you know this community. So if you guys are interested in being there with us, we just want to get the information about our resources to the citizens here, the residents here in Franklin County, as well as help other resources get their, or organizations get their resources known too. So if you guys are interested in partnering with us for that, I can give you my card, and we can start working on that. Don't really have a whole lot of detail yet, because we just kind of came up with this idea. So I'm still thinking about, or trying to figure out where to do it and who to contact, and a specific date, so.
Remember Thursday, 5 o'clock, during church. It's 5 o'clock. Yep. Check it. But it's 5 o'clock, and it's literally just sit down, brainstorm, how are we going to reach the 18 to 24 group that we are losing to addiction? Okay, we're losing them to overdose. Young people in Franklin County are dying, and it stops. Like, I'm so sad, and I'm so angry that this keeps happening, and I just don't feel like we're doing enough. What we're doing, whatever it is we are doing isn't working, so we need to get outside the box, and we just literally need to brainstorm ideas, throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, and then look at the science of what's gonna work. And I need you, the young people need you. So, 5 o'clock Thursday during church. During church is on Boulevard across from the annex building behind the Hair Chronicle.
And on Monday, the 23rd of August, we will be having a team game night at the library from 6 to 9 for ages 13 to 18. We just want to place games out.
And speaking of library, we're at the library on the first Monday of every month, unless it's a holiday. And they're closed, and won't be there, but first Monday of every month, we're at the Frank County Library, doing individual training. So, it takes 10 minutes to do an individual training. If you got somebody you know that, can't attend one of the in-person trainings or can't get on the virtual training, they've only got a couple minutes spare, send them to us at the library. And, we'll sit there and talk to them for a couple minutes, get them certified, on how they use Narcan and, give them Narcan if they need it.
Laurel mentioned on the chat that they're also looking for door prizes for the gold tournament, for the golf tournament for Isaiah 117 House.
I want to announce that next week, August 24th through the 27th, Franklin County will be well represented at the Tennessee Alliance for Drug Endangered Children, National Alliance for Drug Endangered Children Annual Conference in Nashville, Tennessee. We'll have Alan Burnett will be serving on a panel of lifeliners that will be having a session at the conference, as well as Barbara. Our Drug Endangered Children Coordinator for Franklin County will also be serving on a panel as a coordinator, along with the other 5 counties. And they'll be sharing with people from all across the nation, of the work that we've been doing, in the state of Tennessee over the past 3 years. I'm very proud that they're all going to be there. I'm just proud people come.
Melanie Pocket from Health Connect says to let everyone know they are still doing adult and teen IOP for substance use. With Medicaid clients, send referrals to www.healthconnectamerica.com.
Does anybody else have anything that needs to be discussed or added to the agenda for today?
I would like to say, if you see the screen up there, to follow us on social media. We put a lot of information out. We do, on Tuesdays, we do a thing called Taco Tuesday, where we encourage parents to talk to their children about a topic we'll select that week. We give statistics, we give a lot of information for parents. Our TikTok is more fun, but we put information out for youth. They either hate us or they love us when we do that. But we went viral on a post, so I'm proud of it. Our Snapchat is about the same. It's a lot of fun memes. So if you're looking for something to post or to put on a flyer, you can screenshot it and use it. And our Facebook and our Instagram is the same. We actually just did a campaign called Look Up Campaign. She was talking about the recovery walk, where you encourage people who are in recovery. We just did a campaign called Look Up because we know that it's easy to get bogged down with shame and guilt and to try to just get through recovery, but that doesn't always necessarily work. So things like that you'll see on our social media, and we would love to have you like us, follow us, and use anything that you want us on our website.
Yeah, go ahead. Next month is Library Card Sign Up Month.
Yeah.
We have made it a goal that every child in Franklin County will have a library card. So send us, send them, send us, we'll go wherever.
I noticed that, the school packets, I had to sign, that they could get one, so.
Yeah.
I know my little Elijah's loving going to the library. Red Ribbon Week is, it's October, but you know, all this year is flying. It is the 23rd to the 31st. Last year, we were able to get out in the community and do some things we've never done before. We want to expand that. So if you've got a business front, if you've got where people come into your place and you want to get connected with Red Ribbon Week and with what we're doing, it's all about just spreading the awareness and letting kids know the dangers of drugs. So you want to get involved in that. We are getting creative. So no matter who you are, where you're at, you want to spread that message, we'll figure it out. So give us a call.
I want to say something on that too. Please partner with us on this. Something that I've noticed is before they get to 18 to 24, if we can put information in them and change their mindset. Instead of it just being a fun week where, oh, say no to drugs, but if we really get together, and the only way we can do that is if we're united, and that's businesses, that's churches, that's the health department, that's the library, that's in every aspect. If we're not united, they'll see it, they'll see the divide, and they'll get through the cracks just like these other youth are doing. And we don't want to see cracks, and we don't want to see our youth die. We want to see them live and have successful lives. And it's a part of Red Ribbon Week. So.
Can you repeat the date, please? 23rd and 31st. Of this month, October.
Mary Ann Christian says South Central September event Live, Love, Run is September 25th from 8 to 12 at the Storytellers Museum in Bon Aqua. After the 5K, there will be an educational walk and live music.
If she can send us a flyer, we can get that on our website. But, put it through Facebook.
Well, thank you all for your attendance, whether you be in person or through Zoom. Definitely appreciate your attention, your participation, and of course, always the partnerships, which is most relevant to the work that's being done here in Franklin County and throughout the region. I know y'all working on some regional stuff as well. So thank you all for coming, and if there's nothing else to be added to the agenda, if we could get a motion to close the meeting.
I'll second.
All right. Next meeting will be September the 20th, 2021, 12 p.m. right here.
Good to see you guys.
Bye, guys.
When did you say the next meeting was?
September
the 20th.
September 20th. I'll type it in the.
Thank you.
Thank you.